My name is Jeremy Rossman. I'm one of the founders of Make School, and we are one of the sponsors of HS Hacks. This is the fourth year the event has been running and the fourth year that we're sponsoring. I originally got into coding because I wanted to learn how to make games. I tried and failed many times before I actually started coding, and for me, hackathons are about unlocking the realization that coding can be this sort of a creative pursuit where you can build stuff people can use, and that can be very motivating and keep you coming over and over and over again.
My name is Abhi Vishwas. I go to Foothill High School in Pleasanton, California. I'm a 12th grader, senior. The first thing is, finding the team and always, kind of getting with peers that have the same idea as you do. But other than that, it's just a really open environment. There's no really stress, there's no pressure. You make whatever you want to make, and as long as you have something to present, you're fine.
I think that one big thing that I want to see hackathons do is expose more students to the kind of programming that got me engaged with coding, and that is the less academic and the more product focused. So, programming for the purpose of building something that someone can use is something that you don't get to do in school as much. And for me, it was highly motivating to be able to actually build an app people got to touch and download and review was what kept me engaged with coding. And I think so many students miss out on the opportunity to be software engineers or computer science majors because they get exposure to programming through a much more academic lens where it's about solving problems for problem sets and homework and tests without actually ever building something people use. And so I think for me, hackathons are about unlocking the realization that coding can be this sort of a creative pursuit where you can build stuff people can use, and that can be very motivating and keep you coming over and over and over again.
That's what coding is about. You should make the things that are fun to you, that you should make projects that speak to you, something that either drives you or something that you work with friends on to have fun.
I think that hackathons are not the only tool to achieve that. They're a good tool as part of kind of an arsenal of options. You can only go so far in a weekend, and real quality projects take sustained effort over the course of a number of weeks or months to produce. And so, hackathons are a great kickstart, but students need to be encouraged to actually follow through after the event. And I think Hack Club is actually a great manifestation of what it could look like to follow through and keep working at coding and at projects. And hackathons are a great way to accelerate that and kickstart that, but it's not the whole part of the story. I think.
My name is Anushka Purohit. I go to school at Foothill High School. I'm a sophomore, and I'm 15 years old. I was worried I wouldn't think of an idea or how I would create the app or website, but the workshops have really helped me learn and things. I'm still learning, so I'm having a little trouble changing the color and stuff. Yeah.
The last thing I'll say is I got into coding because I wanted to make games, but I now believe that that's not the most exciting reason to get into programming. The most exciting reason to get into programming is that every single industry that you know of, there's no exception, every single industry that you know of that you could possibly care about is now being taken over by software engineers. It does not matter if you are in medicine, biology, health, finance, farming, construction. The most high leverage thing you can do in those fields is now all being powered by software. And so it doesn't mean you have to major in computer science, but everyone should at least minor in computer science. And everyone needs to appreciate that the reason they should be excited about programming is that it's like this superpower you can use for anything you're interested in, because the future is being dominated by tech in ways that are not even fully apparent, I think, to high school students today.